What's up, everybody? Underestimated here, playing 4 tables, 5 cent, 10 cent on WSOP.poker. So we raised pre, this guy donked into us. We're obviously going to try to isolate here with the pocket 10s. Oops, missed out on that one. Oh, that recording thing's right in the way of this table. Maybe not. Maybe it is. Okay, so anyways, ace queen, we're obviously going to barrel there. 7-8 got there, or no, 7-9 got there, which is in his range, but so is ace 8x. This is a tough one with the 10s because that's a perfect squeeze for us. We could be super light here. Ouch, ran into a set there. I'm not sure if that should be a shove or not. Fuck, I'm out of time here. Fuck. Alright, let's let go. I probably should have been a shove, though. Probably should have been a shove. How do can I move this? That's the real question. Oh, perfect. Alright, you go up there. This can go down here. Okay, guys. So yeah, that 10, I mean, I don't know. It's unlikely max thrust had us beat. Could have had ace king or something like that. That probably should have been a shove, I would think, because we're isoing so light, and he's pretty spewy. So, but with that said, it's micro stakes. You know what I mean? So, and this guy we've stacked like 3 times since we've been at this table, twice on this table, and he left. So we're just going to barrel one more time here, and then that'll be that. If he raises, we fold. He folds, that's good. Ace 7, we're going to fold under the gun. Yeah, so back to that pocket 10s hand. I don't know. It's hard to say. There was so much money in the pot there. He could have definitely been spewing with like 7s, 8s, 9s for sure. He could have had ace king. Like, that was probably a mistake to fold there. Should have just 5-bet jammed. Yeah, 3-bet, he 4-bet. But anyways. So yeah, right now we've got some pretty good stacks brewing. There's only 4 tables running. It's 9 in the morning. So not a lot really going on these sites during that time. It does get pretty good towards the afternoon, right? We're also in the middle of the week. What day is today? Thursday, I think. You know, so we're in the middle of the week. It's just expected. Realistically, everybody's at work, and this is Ontario time, right? So you don't get people like you would on, you know, the bigger, like global sites, I guess, where you can play, you know, anytime and have full tables. But usually we get a pretty, you know, we get enough tables going. 6, 8, 9, 10. So this, we're on the big blind. We're gonna check raise here. Nothing there. 2 overcards. They check behind both of them. I guess we'll give it 1 barrel. We'll just barrel pot here and see if we can get rid of that guy. If we hit a draw, that's great. Otherwise, we're just going to give up. Perfect. And so we do try to get rid of him. He calls 4 on the river. I think I'll just give up. I don't think he's going to fold a pair, so we'll just call it a day. Especially with the board running off deuce 4. Yeah, he bets, so I don't know what he has. But anyways, pocket deuces. So, yeah, trying to get into some more tables here. We can't. At least not yet. Trying to see if my leaderboard's still up, which it's not, but that's fine. Yeah, so they got some great promos running right now over on this Ontario site. I don't know how many of you guys would end up being actually from Ontario, but the Queen Jack suited, we're going to raise that obviously on the button. And go. Yeah, so this is a McBitter guy. He plays a lot of tables. He was like number 2 on the daily leaderboard yesterday. He's obviously like grinding a lot. But he's definitely proven to be pretty spewy. I think we've stacked him now like 5 times over the last 2 days. Just like really, really spewing off with like draws, you know, on the turn with 1 card left, or like weak top pair hands, you know, like Queen Jack, Queen 10, stuff like that, where he's just dominated every time the money goes in. So we have him as a blue, pegged as a blue. Red markings are basically people we have as like fish or we've seen just do shitty things. And then everything that's purple, which is what we try to mark, are people we don't know but aren't, but they're not fully reloading, and that just usually suggests that they're a weak player because they don't auto reload to the $10. So we got some guy J Dubs here. We're gonna fold the Jack 3. Hopefully this table will fill in. I'm not a big fan of playing heads up. Well, I am when I get aces. Good flop for it too. Yeah, E6 off. Probably have the best hand here on 3-3-4, so we're obviously going to check call. Looks like we got two people coming in, so that's great. He checks behind on 3-3-4. Our hand's probably good, so we're just going to value bet. See if we can get some action here. He gives up, so that's good too. This says he's from Antarctica. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be from Ontario, so I'm not really sure how these guys are playing. It must be certain areas that are still allowed in outside of Ontario. C chase 3-bets in the small blind. He has 12% 3-bet, so we're definitely just going to call the ace-jack and expect to have the best hand here a lot. That's a good flop for our hand, so we're obviously going to call that. 5 of clubs doesn't change much. If he barrels again, though, we'll 90 cents. What the hell is that? I guess with such a small sizing, it's almost like he's hoping we just kind of give up. So I think I'll raise here, and if he shoves, whatever, we're done in the hand. Ooh, well, come back. No, don't deal me. And he called our raise, so we're done with the. I think we're just done with the hand here. I don't know what he has. Queens. Okay, that's fine. And that's one thing to be aware with in micro stakes is that just the reality is if somebody's betting, they just have it. It doesn't matter if it makes no sense. It doesn't matter if like there's just no way that they should have that hand. They have that hand. If like you know what I mean. If they're raising, like they will station off top pair like you've never seen before in your life, but they 95% of the time will not check raise you or re-raise you without like a nutted hand or like like a really strong draw, like overcards and a nut flush draw, or at least a flush draw and overcards, etc. Right? Like 7, 8, 9, 10 Jack, Queen. So we do hit the so we're definitely gonna barrel here. We hit the straight, so that's great. Here we 3-bet, hit top pair. We're just gonna bet small into this guy, try to get him to come along with something, and we get repopped. 7, 8, 9, 10 Jack, Queen. Yeah, we're gonna call obviously. If he has a King 10, whatever. Yeah, I thought so. So he calls the 3-bet, calls the barrel on the flop, 9 on the turn. We're gonna check and probably just call river. $2. Yeah, he could have Jack 10, he could have Queen 10, he could have Ace 10, he could have pocket jacks. But we're obviously not going to fold King 10 here. Jack 8, perfect. That's something you'll see a lot too. They actually do theoretically bluff misdraws a lot. If you show weakness on the turn, you should expect to get bluffed on the river, at least enough. I would say they definitely, yeah, like I don't know, they seem to get spewy, like quite spewy. Pot size bet with a low this, like I'm just gonna give up. Let's see, yeah. Oh, it wasn't even. Whoa, misread that, didn't we? Thought that 10 was a hurt. And we didn't have pot at odds, obviously, there to call. Like he had a short stack, he betted full pot. There was no reason for us to call. We're obviously gonna raise Ace 3 up. Jack 6, we're folding. Ace 8 suited. We normally may or may not play this out of the under the gun position, but we got a couple fish at the table. We got a pretty good read on Cristo here, or Risto, and Conky's definitely fishy. So here it's a pretty wet board, but we're obviously going to stab at the pot anyways. This guy needs to be purpler. He raises, that's fine. We're just going to give that up. Not the best board to c-bet on anyways. Without a draw. Queen 9 suited, we'll take a flop out of the big blind. So we pick up a open-ended straight draw, backdoor flush draw, and we have an overcard. Yeah, I was gonna say, so if he bets, we will probably just check raise this, because I don't want to check call, and if he shoves, we'll just let it go. We don't really, and he just snaps it off. The question is, do we think he's on a flush draw? I think we'll just check here and see what he does. Just insta-checks the turn. Obviously going to call sixes here. I kind of just want to shove here. I've probably taken too long now. So I think he's just on a flush draw or like a 9x. Let's check. Check back here. He's probably got an 8. Yeah, or set of 8s, and he barrels river, so that's it. Get away from all that shit. Back away from the hands. But anyways, yeah, there's a bunch of leaderboards all the time, like deposit, like first-time deposits, reloads, you know, 100% match kind of thing, up to $1,000 or $750. Can't remember. So it's a great time to get on. It's a lot of fishy players. We'll take a flop again. We like taking a lot of flops because there's just people are spewing off a lot of chips when we're already committed in some way, like being in big blind. We'll just call here. Get out of the way here, and that's a pretty good flop for our hand. We're going to call this, obviously. He checks. We're going to check back, and then we're just going to call a river barrel. I think we'll bet here. I think he will show up. I think he'll call ace highs. He'll call 5x. He'll call 7s. There's the 5. See what I mean? Opens. Yeah, right, this guy's just a fish. Queen 5 off from under the gun. This is also not something you should do, like limping small blinds into the big blind so that they can bet and you have to fold. That's not a good play, but again, I just kind of like to get onto the flop here a lot of time and make it look like I'm playing a little bit loose and a little bit spewy. It just gives people more of a reason to spaz off. And I feel like I've kind of been mostly crushing these games. So if all I do is just play super tight and smash, you never get paid off. So in certain spots like that, where like a 6-4 suited, you know what I mean, where I could either raise and try to get him or him to fold, which nobody folds their big blind. I would rather just limp call and take a flop and kind of loosen up my stats a bit. We're gonna fold here. I don't remember if I raised this pre-flop, so we are gonna value bet obviously because people call flops with just about everything, and we're not gonna let that go for a min donk. We're gonna raise that up, try to take that down right here. He snaps it off, so now we're just gonna try to catch our draw. Comes in with 33. That's obviously great odds for us to call. He could be repping that he has an ace. So, but yeah, obviously we're going to call that and try to catch up. And we did. Obviously it's a paired 8, so we don't want to get crazy. And the way he played this hand kind of suggests he might even have the ace-x of diamonds, and then he pots this out. He could be bluffing. He could have worse diamonds. He could also have like ace-x of diamonds, but we're obviously not folding. So we're going to call. 6-7. Nice. And we hit top 2 pairs, so we're just going to barrel here. Jack on the turn does really suck. Three-handed, there's definitely lots of Jack X's in their hands. There's lots of King 10s, Queen 10s. We'll probably barrel one more time for value. If we get raised, we're done with the hand. Ace King suited, obviously raising. Queen 10, that should have been a raise. Okay, so they both call again. Somebody could have picked up flush draws on the turn. Somebody could have that Jack. I'm just trying to decide if there's enough value to bet three-handed here. I would think somebody would have raised by now with a Jack. So I think we're going to show up with somebody having a random 10x hand a lot, and I'm just going to hope it's like a queen 10 or a king 10. If we get raised again, we're done with the hand. Obviously, we're barreling here. Got to watch the timeout. You don't have a lot of time in this in here. But yeah, it doesn't make sense for somebody with a jack to theoretically not raise that turn yet. Okay, well, there it is. So ace 10 could be there. It could be king jack. It could be queen jack. It could be ace jack maybe. It could have been a flush draw that got there on the river. Lots of hands that don't bode well for us, so we're just going to, unfortunately, let that go. And we just always top up. I gotta add that auto top up here function in, but not this time. What do you got? Ace king versus 10 jack. It's a lot of outs to not run it twice, but whatever. Gamble away, sir. King 9, we'll just get out of the way. Jack 10 suited. It's a good hand. Nice to get in with some McBitter here. Ace king makes it. 4-3 off. We're just going to be done with it. That's another thing you'll watch for too, where you can just quickly take a bluff. Is like people will snap check in this game when they have air. I don't know if this guy's going to stick around to play heads up with us or not. Find out. He raises. We're going to let that go. So jack 10, we raise. He called. It's a good spot. We obviously have a gut shot, so we're going to at least take a shot at the pot. We improve with some showdown value. Raise again. I stacked this guy with aces last time. He will lose his shit if I do it again. We're going to go 180. Let's see what he does. Alright, so we run our way into 2-pair and he calls. Interesting. And we'll probably bet one more time here and then check. Barrel 270. Jack 10. I'm just going to check. So many options out there. King 10. That would suck if he has pocket queens. King jack of clubs. I don't think so. Let's just gamble it this time. Nice. I think that's the fourth time I've stacked him today. He's got to be raging against me. Shit. What did he have? King 10 loses to 8. Oh, well. What do you do, right? But anyways, there's a perfect... Yeah, he does not want to play against me. There's a perfect example. 8-6 right there. Like we bet... What do we bet? Flop. He's obviously going to call with middle pair. So that's probably fine. But you just kind of see the hands that people are playing with. That's actually a pretty good hand. There's not really much you could have done differently there. He just got lucky on the river. Here we'll defend with Jack 9. 10-5. We're going to fold. We'll check back here. Fucking reload again here. I wish that would stay off to the side so you guys don't have to stare at that. 8, 9, 10 jack. And in case you're wondering, so some of our bankrolls over on the other big site there, Poker Stars, because they have an Ontario-based site as well. So it goes check, check, flop. He bets this turn. We're just going to give it a check raise. If we get called, we're done with the hand. We have an open-ended, so it's a good spot to just take a stab at take the pot down now. If he calls, great. We might end up hitting on the river, and we could get a lot more out of him, but he just gives up. Which is what you'll find a lot. And you don't want to be bluffing with nothing. And whatnot, because you don't get, like, you get a lot less folds than you'd expect. I don't know what to think. It's hard to say. Sometimes I feel like people fold all the time. Other times people can't stop calling, you know. Purple. I guess we'll just go around and tag this table quick. Looks like everybody else is pretty good. We're obviously going to defend 10-9 in the big blind against closer. He just checks. He checked really quick. So I'm just going to stab. He calls. So that's fine. We're just going to give up. A lot of the time, though, when you see that snap check, they just probably ace king or something. Yeah, king 10. Just didn't want to fold. Which is another reason you need to keep in mind with micro stakes is that a lot of the time you're going to want to be like you're gonna have to double barrel to get people off their hands. Like people call every c-bet. 90% of the time your c-bet gets called, I'd say. You know what I mean? So you got to be aware of that. You almost want to be more likely to check bet. It seems like you get more respect by checking that c-bet and then barreling turn, because people will give you credit for like a weak, like, you know, top hand, but nobody's gonna bluff you off of it. So you got to be aware of that. That a lot of it are going to be double barrels, which is why you need to be doing it with like a gut shot or a hand that can improve. Like that hand there, we check, what did we do? Check raise, but we had options to improve again. So say you have like the flops, you know, ace, king, 5 of hearts, and you have 6, 7 of hearts, right? We're just going to let that go. And we'll defend again, 10-9. Probably should be 3-betting this hand more, but I don't like 3-bet pots. At the micros. 8, 9, 10. I think we'll just give up here. We've been doing enough check raising lately. But that would have been a perfect spot, like 8, 9, 10, and then we would have hit the queen on the turn, and we could have barreled again because we picked up like the nut, like a nut draw, 4 outs to the nuts for the river. So you can barrel a couple times with still having equity in the hand. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Oh man, this table's not going well for us though. Category 2, let's check down. We'll call 1 time. Wow, he's probably spewing too. I'm just gonna check him up. Jack 9, nice. Diamonds miss, he gives up. What hand did he must have lost a hand to somebody, obviously. I guess I missed that. 10-3 fold, ace 6. Ah, this is a confusing replayer. Gotta figure that out when I'm not 4-tabling. Ace 6, we're just gonna give up. Is 8. Can't get no more tables running. We need more people. Let's go. Let's go. 10-8 off. We're folding. Let's see if our leaderboard's showing up yet. Nope, not yet. Where is our leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen? But anyways, yeah, I have some of, I think I have 150 or something over on PokerStars. We basically had put $100 onto this site, $100 onto PokerStars, and that was the start of our bankroll. $200 total. Like I said, we hit that winter series, 4th place there the other night. Got knocked out with King 10 versus King 10. Guy had King 10 of clubs. There was a club on the, it all went in pre-flop. But there was a club on the, that was probably a call. There was a club on the flop, and like I said, it all went in pre, but club on the flop, and then it went runner club. So my King 10 versus his King 10, and knocked out of that tournament, unfortunately. But that guy was on a heater. I think he took out the like 4 people on the table before me or something like that. It was insane. Like all like random runner rivers to knock him out, and I think he had like, you know, he was chip leader by like 10x. It was crazy. I don't know if he ended up winning the tournament or not, but I would imagine so. With the chip lead he had, he would have had to run. His run good would have had to turn around real bad. 4 deuce. What do we got? King 8. I don't even know what happened. Just check down, I guess. 10-3 folding. Better reload here. 10-9 suited. We'll raise that up. Get some action going here. Can I get some tables going, please? What's up? Let's see if we can get onto a table. No, we're already waiting. Let's cancel the wait. Join the table. Let's see if we get onto something here. There are no empty seats. God darn it. Yeah, so there's only, this is good enough. We got some sort of, you know, shit we can pick up on the turn. That's not one of them, unfortunately. We'll just give up. Checks. Just like to see what this guy has. Ace queen. I don't, should have value bet that river. I guess he was hoping I would bluff at it, which is fine. Pick up a open-ended straight draw and a checked pot against this guy who's playing relatively nitty, so we're going to barrel, of course. Try to take that down right here. If not, I don't think he folds anything other than like ace high, so I'm just going to check him up. He probably has a 6, turn to 6, which is why I called, and now he's barreling, or he had the 8, checked back, and banked it on the river. There's no way he has a queen, because he would have bet that on the turn. Ace jack will call, check. Call one time with ace jack. We'll call again now that we've turned the jack, I think. No draws really out there. And we'll check it up on the river. He checks. I got king. Tens. Nice. Yeah, okay. I don't know if you can hear the kids' TV in the background or not, but, you know, I'm not just listening to Mommy Duck. Jack deuce up top. Takes it. Nice. Good. Keep him getting some chips. Rather see him triple up here. Oh, excuse me. If all these people would load up more than one table, we'd be laughing here, but we got one guy playing 2 tables. Nobody else is playing any. It says there's 4 tables, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, here we go. Join a table. Nope, no empty seats. Don't. This guy must have just joined joined here. J Dose Antarctica. 7-3 fold. So yeah, we're hoping to get sponsored by these guys eventually. Like that's the real goal. Bankroll builder is what it is, right? Like so, I'm a home builder, build homes. You know, pretty much every day. We're obviously off for Christmas break here right now. You know, so real estate investments and home building. Terry on warranty. You guys know what that is, I'm sure, if you live in Ontario. Yada yada yada. So I've been playing poker since I was probably like just out of high school, I guess. So like 9 years now-ish. But yeah, I've been out of it for a while. I had 3 kids, crazy, and haven't had a lot of time to play, but now we're kind of starting to get back into it and everything else, so we'll, ace king walk, that sucks. So yeah, but I think it'd be cool, you know, if we can get sponsored by these guys. That's the goal, the real goal. So the only way we're going to do that, you know, we got to get you guys subscribing and hitting that like button and everything else for quite a while, and banking some big tournaments and everything else. Yeah, I'm a strong believer in goals, right? So if you don't set them, you're really not going to achieve anything because there's nothing to work for and work towards, and there's no way to, like, you know, give yourself that pat on the back for doing something. Here, we're just going to raise this. We have 2 backdoor gutters, and there's just not a lot of, it's a wet board. Just snaps that. Didn't he do that last time with something? Fuck, I can't remember. Wish I remembered. We're just going to limp in here and join the party. Here, we're going to check call, so this probably should have been a bet on the turn, I think. We should have double barreled this guy, I would suspect. He's probably going to show with a diamond draw. Jack 9, that would top pair. So he might have called that turn barrel anyways. I would have. Although a lot of hands I have are like have that 8 in it, and that turn would have given me the nutsies. And we'll just bet out on the ace. Here, 5-way. I'll call. We hit our 10. Can't really be limp folding middle pair for like a tiny little bet. So you know what's got going on here. Somebody's got a queen. Somebody's got like 7-8, 8-9 gut shots and shit like that. 2s we're gonna raise up. I don't know. I'm kind of spewing chips here a little bit, so I should be knitting up a bit here and tightening up and not playing like an idiot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna value bet. I don't know. Somebody raises. They probably have spades. So we're just gonna let it go. Gut shot, runner, bullshit. But yeah. Oh fuck. Seriously? You don't have spades. 8, 9, 10. Ah, fuck it. 5, 6 spades. He had the jack. Either way, we lost to both of them. So he 3-bets. He doesn't have a big 3-bet percentage. Guess I'll just call the deuces. So close. So close. We're ahead of ace king. We're ahead of ace jack. We're ahead of king 10. We're ahead of king X. We're behind pocket 3s plus. It's a small ass bet. We have to call that for sure. Heart comes on the turn. See what he does here. If he barrels again, we're probably just gonna let it go because he's probably got a good, like an ace queen or a kings or jacks with a heart in them. So we're kind of done with that. 5, 3 off. Okay, well, more power to you. You still beat me. Three bet, 5-3 off. Barrel, turn, and river. Pair. So we're gonna call here, and oh fuck, that's not what I wanted. We were going to raise, but I think we'll just double barrel here then if he checks. He's gonna raise if he has an ace. There's no way around it. 10-8. Now I got 2 pair. We'll just check that down. Yeah. So, anyways, he showed that hand because he wanted to be like, haha, I bluffed you. But that's like a lot of info for us down the road, which is great because now we know. Like, he's obviously 3-betting late. We had a feeling the way he had 12% already, and now he's up to 18. It's only over 40 hands, but that's like, you know, whatever that is. He's probably 4-bet, what, 3-4 times now. 8-9, we're gonna call that. Here we'll just fold. Here, hit top pair with a gut shot on a fucking fully clubbed up board. So we'll just get out of the way. King 6, we're gonna check fold. Oh. So, anyways, there's a lot of spewing. There's lots of money to be made at these stakes, for sure. Why are there so few people playing? Nobody wants to sit down at this table, I guess. Queen 9, 7, 8. You can't talk, bro. Right on, man. 7, 8 suited. We're gonna raise that up. Jack 4. We're just done with it. We'll call here, obviously. Only here. So obviously Jack 10. We're gonna raise. He's probably gonna 3-bet here. We're just done with it. This guy's talking about Tony G and everything else, so he's obviously just a fish. A6 off, whatever. 10-9, we're gonna raise that if it's folded to us. This guy's I'm just gonna mark him down as a fish. He's talking that much, you just know. Oh, he left. Come on, bro. Oh, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a big hand. Pocket 10s. Takes it down. It's a nice hand for Des exec. 10 clubs. Yes, we got a call here and a call there. And we flop an open-ended straight draw. So we're obviously barreling this. We'll probably double barrel and hope we get there. Call and barrel again. Might get 5s to fold, 6s, 7s, 8x might fold. Turn to 10. We're just gonna check for a showdown value. Good hand. Calls Jack Deuce. Good hand. Good hand, sir. Good hand. Whoa. No! Fuck you. Oh, sorry, Connor. Oh, no. Don't even tell me. Oh, that was dumb. It's okay, babe. Called big blind and check. I gotta get it so it triggers that. The point of making notes is that it, like a lot of it's not great board for aces, but still that sucks. 5s, raise that up. Where was I getting at? Yeah, the whole point of it, like stuff like that, is it lets you create a range at least. You know, so we got backdoor runners. We're obviously c-betting on this flop. Doesn't hit much of his range. Yeah, takes it down. This guy 3-bets again. We have pocket fives. It's a small 3-bet, so we're gonna set mine him because I know if we do hit, we can probably get him to just spew off. So it's gonna be pretty hard to not just call this and then reload. Call, pocket fives. We'll just prep the reload here. And we gave him one call, something to think about anyways. We're going to have to start firing back at him soon though with like 10s and just not fold. Like 10s plus. You don't have aces, you probably have ace queen or ace jack or something. But yeah, we're gonna have to start barreling that back at him. He's just 3-betting way too much. We have a tendency to fold way too much to 3-bets. There's my stats right now. 28% VPIP, 18% pre-flop raise, and 5% 3-bet. That should be about 10% or 8% probably to be where it should be. But check call, continuation bet, fold to continuation bet, turn, fold to continuation bet, turn. And oh, all right, Andrew. Finally got somebody to play. Oh, and another guy. All right, it's great. 4 tables. Let's go. Get something going here for the boys. King 7, obviously min raising that. And we'll mark you down as purple because you're not even bought in all the way. And we're going to barrel here. And he folds, it's fine. Pocket 10s. We're going to call this. If he 3-bets, we're just going to jam on him. Damn. That's another thing to be aware of too. If you got somebody who's barreling a lot and you got hands like 10s and jacks and shit like that, 3-betting doesn't always go great because they're either going to call and might have a hand that's better than yours, or etc. 4-5, we're going to c-bet this, raise this, fold this. He barrels again. I think I might just jam on him. Sometimes I think jams are spewy and you get a lot of calls. Like you might just call ace queen, king queen. You might call jack queen. Damn. 3 spades. Well, that would have been a good turn card, but what do you do? And that's a terrible board for ace king, but good chance we still have the best hand. So we are going to bet here because people will call any club. And we might be able to just fold out a couple hands that are ahead of us, but probably not. Obviously, it'd be better if we had a king clubs or ace of clubs there, but in that sense too, like if we do bet, then we're definitely only going to be getting called by hands that have paired up probably because we have blockers to those draws that somebody might have otherwise been calling with. Queen, jack here, we donk out, get a bunch of callers, king on the turn. Not worried about the king when you get that many callers unless they have like king X of hearts. So we're probably still ahead here. I think we'll value bet one more time. Again, it's nice to get in position. Like being out of position sucks. So this is great because now he'll call and we can just check down, and hopefully we can win that showdown. Ace 5, perfect. Fish. Called, middle pair, twice, and 3-way. 3-way pot. All right, folding. Jack 10. We'll raise that. So yeah, there's just tons of action. And that's just good to know, because now we know like this guy's calling super wide. So obviously when the chance comes up, we're not going to be as willing, you know, to fold to this guy. So I raised pre, we flop top pair, we're obviously going to barrel that. This guy clearly has a tendency to call continuation bets. Here, pretty dry board. Don't be afraid to small bet either. King on the turn again. It's not something that's overly scary. This guy just watched me double barrel when I had top pair, so we're gonna double barrel again here. If he calls, we're done. Yeah, see, so this guy likes to call C bets, likes to call C bets and fold to turn barrel. Is that how you spell barrel? Oh, that sucks. But yeah, we're gonna call here. Ace 8, what happened? Raise, call, 3 bets. We're just gonna get out of the way. Ace 10, we're gonna raise it up. 7-5, we're done with. 3, 4, 6. So what happened here? Bet, 3 bet, donks out. Kings probably. Fuck, I'm hungry. It's only 10 o'clock. I haven't had breakfast. I did have breakfast. Max thrust. Yeah, so not much here. Again, small C bet to stab. It works a lot better in 3-way pots. Because the issue, what happens is, your bet doesn't matter, right? The sizing of your bet in a 3-way pot, at least at these stakes, doesn't matter. Because what happens is, in this particular hand, right, you bet, and then if this guy has something, he's obviously calling. But he's going to fold. His range of folding is going to be huge compared to what it would be if it was heads up. Because now he's got this guy acting after him, right? So he doesn't want to call and get stuck. If this guy calls, then he's like, fuck, I just wasted X, Y, and, X amount of blinds kind of thing. So we flop 2 pair here. We're just going to bet. Big bet. Hopefully he shoves ace X or something. Full pot. He's not folding an ace, so we're just going to barrel pot. And then, so anyways, point being, when you don't, your stabs to take down pots in 3 ways can definitely be a little more, I don't know, it's kind of back and forth, I guess, if it should be more frequent or less frequent, but the reality is you can bet a lot less and get folds with 3-way pots. Alright guys, well that's it for today. I'm going to turn this off, and we'll get this video uploaded soon here, and hope you enjoyed. Oh, better finish off this hand here. We got a set. He donks into his full. We're just going to not slow play this with that board. Hope he's got an overpair like ace jack, and he'll just put it in. Boom. Ace 9 of hearts. Woo, baby. Wants to run it twice, eh? Yeah, let's run it twice, bud. Glad I ran it twice. Let's pair up. Oh. Split pot. Oh, there you go, guys. That's one nice thing about the run it twice, too, is your EV goes down, right? Like, we would have lost that hand. We would have been out. Conky 3 bets. That's interesting. All right, well, that's it. We'll be in touch, guys, and hope you have a good day. And please hit that subscribe button and help us try to reach our goals.